I am at the Shelby Ironworks Museum, and the ladies over here are setting up for their historic day tomorrow. The Shelby County Historic Society has a big day here. I'm not able to make it, so I came over on Friday to check out the museum, and they were kind enough to let me in. And so here we have the science of refining. You need the ore, you need your fuel, whether it be charcoal or coal. Then you need your flux. This is the limestone they're using for the flux. And you got pig iron. Pig iron got its name from the shape. I got some pictures over at the museum earlier of a chunk of pig iron. Then you got cast iron, and this is where they would cast it into something. And then wrought iron. And so wrought iron was made from the pig iron, and it's just a stronger, less carbon steel. Over here we have some of the processes. Here's some of the pig iron here. There's some of the slag back there. Really pretty piece of slag there. I wish I had a bigger light. This is some of the steel that would have come out of here. I believe these are what the slag would have went into. And then they would dump that out. They would skim off the slag with some type of a big iron ladle and then pour it into these. And then once it got full, dump it before it hardened. This is the slag skull, and if I'm not mistaken, this is what those pots would have dumped out. There's a little thing on how to cast iron. But I've been really getting into the iron ore industry and the history of Central Alabama and how it shaped our history. Really, it's what made Alabama important, was the iron that we could produce. And so being able to get in this museum and see some of this stuff is pretty cool. Some of the old tools. Pictures, that's another thing. The pictures on the wall is stuff that you can't really get. But now we got a whiskey still here. I don't know where they got this one. This is a big one. It says here 30 to 50 gallons in this one. This is copper. I haven't seen one made like this. This is different. So it would come down and go through those and then run out there. I imagine this was in water and cooling it off or something. Pretty cool though. All the other implements and tools. I have a lot of these tools at home. I love collecting the old stuff. I've got a crosscut saw like this. Mine's a little thicker. So I just was able to stop by and take a look at this, and wanted to take the opportunity. This building's always locked up unless they're having a special day over here. Nobody's here to unlock it, so I haven't been able to look around inside. Stuff out of the church. They had a church here on the property. One of the Shelby Ironworks buildings would be the church. Just a pretty cool little museum. I'm glad they let me in. Here's the man himself, Horace Ware. He was a Wilton boy. Came up over in near Montevallo. So I've been finding his forges up and down the creeks. He and his dad had a hand in just about every piece of metal made in Shelby and Bibb County. They were the iron guys for sure. Everybody else came after them. Horace and Jonathan. Jonathan was his dad. All right, well that's it for the museum. I enjoyed getting to take a look inside. Pretty cool place. Glad they let me in. All right, y'all have a good one. Your cat's out.